welcome. Great to have you tuning in. Let's start. And as you're ready, whatever it is, make that conscious choice to begin. You lie back, you close your eyes, and you breathe. Giving yourself the space and the time to slow down. And take just a few more breaths, just a few more moments. And your next inhale is a nice deep full inhale. You fill the belly, fill the chest, and as you're ready, you release the breath, drawing your knees and you wrap your arms around your shins, hugging your thighs down. And you gently rock from side to side. A sense of movement, a shifting of the body weight. And back to center, hands behind your knees as you rock from the tailbone to the shoulder blades. Nice smooth line back and forth. Nothing rush, nothing forced. And the next inhale draws you up to sitting. You sit tall. The back of the neck is long, the eyes remain closed, and you take a moment here. You let it all stop. Then inhale as you rise up. Tadasana. You find your balance. The feet are firm, shoulders back, the eyes remain closed. And palms together at your heart. On inhale, you take the arms up, lengthening. And exhale, you fold forward over your legs. Leave the hands to the floor and inhale, right foot steps back, low lunge. Left foot back, plank pose. And exhale as you lower towards the floor. Inhale, forward, nice and broad. And exhale, you press back, down dog. You find any movement you like. Pedaling the feet, rolling the shoulders. Shifting your weight forward and back, side to side. And you settle in. Waking things up, drawing out those lines. Then inhale, right foot forward, low lunge. Left foot forward, forward fold. And inhale all the way back. Full extension. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg. Right leg. And exhale as you lower. Inhale, forward. And exhale, back. Use the sun salutes, the repetitive nature of them, as a way to help you settle in. Warms up all the major muscle groups, all the major joints flexing and extending. It also gives you a chance to feel how the body feels today. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, right foot. Inhale, full extension. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot back. Left foot. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So you notice how the body feels as it moves. Not putting story to it, not judging what you feel, but just becoming aware. Maybe something feels open. Maybe something feels a bit tighter. Something feels tired. Maybe something feels energized. And just get a picture of where you are today. There's no right or wrong, good or bad. It just is how you are. And you take that with you through the practice. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, full extension. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left leg. Right leg. Exhale. Inhale, nice and broad. Exhale, down dog. A practice of self-awareness. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg. Left leg. Exhale, nice and steady as you lower. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, right foot. Exhale, left. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Right. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale. And exhale. You relax your arms. You close the eyes if they've opened. Tadasana. Note the big toes close, heels apart. You bend the knees, drop the hips, and sweep the arms gently. Nice firm base. The tailbone draws down and the hips sit as low as you like to go. But you keep that nice lifted torso. That feeling that you're stacking the shoulders over the hips, over the heels. Then letting your weight shift into that right foot. You're going to lift that left leg up and nice and smooth, step it as far back as you can. High lunge. The toes touch. Then you settle in. You balance your weight front to back. Then bringing the palms together, you drop the thumbs between your shoulder blades. The elbows point up. The head pushes against those forearms as you try and lift your upper chest and look towards the ceiling. It's a small movement as you work to bend the thoracic spine, the upper back. And inhale, straighten the arms up. And on exhale, you bring the hands to the floor inside that right foot for lizard. So you can walk that right foot over towards the edge of your mat a bit. We're going to keep that left knee lifted today, so it's an active lizard as we start to bow towards the floor. Trying to get one forearm, maybe two to touch down. But that left thigh is lifting up away from the ground. Now on inhale, you rise up to straight arms. You just step that right foot back, down dog or vinyasa. And a gentle bend in the knees. You look between your hands, and on inhale, you float or step the feet to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold forward. And then with those big toes close, heels apart. Once again, you bend the knees, drop the hips. Sweep the arms. Chair pose. Nice, low, grounded. Nice, strong stance. Then shifting the weight into that left foot. The right leg lifts and it steps back, putting you in high lunge. Again, you set those legs. Then palms together, thumbs between the shoulder blades. Trying to lift your sternum as best you can, the center of your chest. Keep your abdominal wall engaged. Trying to keep the lower back long and stable. So that movement, that bend is coming from the upper back, right there between the shoulder blades. Then inhale, you straighten the arms. And exhale, hands to the floor inside that left foot. The right leg stays active, keeping the thigh lifted as the torso starts to bow forward. 1, maybe 2 forearms touch down. Inhale, straightening those arms. And exhale, you find your way to down dog. Inhale, the right leg lifts. And exhale, you step the foot forward. Warrior 1. Left heel spins in. The torso sweeps up. Trying to draw that left hip forward. With that left heel staying anchored, gives you that wrapping through the low abdomen on the left side. A nice spiraling up sensation. So you feel tall from the waistline up, low and set from the waistline down. And sweep the arms behind your back, setting up for humble warrior. The shoulder blades draw together, the collarbones broad. And exhale, bowing forward just inside that right leg. Remember to let your torso drift to the left just a touch, so that as you bow forward, instead of going down on top of that right thigh, you're sliding just to the inside of it. The head hangs heavy. The arms can work away from your back. Inhale, you rise back up, sweeping the arms overhead. Warrior 1. Then peel the back heel, high lunge. The hips square as we transition into Warrior 3. That nice smooth movement of the body out over that right leg as you rise up. Trying to bring the torso and left thigh parallel to the floor. But you feel long. From the crown of the head all the way back to that left heel. Maybe rolling that left hip towards the floor just a touch. Help level off the back. And just as smooth as you moved in, that left foot steps back, high lunge. You take a breath, set yourself up, and exhale, hands to the floor as you step back, choosing your route. Then inhale the left leg, and exhale, step the foot forward. Warrior 1. Let your eyes soften. And sweep the arms behind your back. Interlace the fingers. And exhale as you bow forward. Humble warrior. Drifting just a bit towards the right. Inhale, warrior one. Right heel peels, the hips square, and nice and smooth, warrior three. You can always change your arm position if you like. Hands to your heart, arms alongside the body, or you keep them forward. Nice and smooth, high lunge. Placing that right foot down, lifting the torso, and exhale, hands to the floor. Down dog or vinyasa. Then exhale the right foot forward, warrior two. Left heel spins in. This time that back foot is parallel to the short end of the mat. As you lift up, arms in a T. The gaze is soft out over those right fingers. As that right knee bends as close to 9 degrees as you like. And straighten out that right leg. You reach forward, triangle pose. Right hand lands down, left arm reaches up. And remember, try and be light with this bottom hand. You don't want to feel like you're pushing down into it. The torso is extending forward. That right arm hangs like a plumb line from your right shoulder, just giving you a sense where your leg is or the foot is. Then with your next inhale, you rise up, warrior two. From here, we're making our way into half moon. So left hand will start at the left hip. That right hand will guide you forward, helping to move your center out over that right leg as you then rise up. And you can turn your torso to face the floor to help you out if your balance isn't happening for you today. Otherwise, you try and keep that left side stacked on top of the right. Maybe lifting that left arm towards the ceiling. You feel strong with that right leg. Right foot firmly pushing down. You feel held in space here. That way, on your time with your breath, when you're ready, that right knee starts to bend as that left foot steps back. Right back to warrior two. And exhale, hands to the floor, choosing your route back. Then the left foot steps forward, warrior two. And straighten out that left leg. You reach forward, triangle. Left hand lands down, right arms up. And the crown of the head's extending forward. Inhale, warrior two. Preparing for half moon. Right hand to right hip. Left hand guides you forward. You move out over that left leg as you rise up. Maybe lifting that right arm. Those left fingertips can touch down, but try and be light with that left hand. Eventually, you let that hand hover. You're trying to find your center, your grounding through this left leg, rather than letting your weight fall forward, and you then have to push down into that left hand to help hold you. And that left hand is heavy on the floor. That means you've moved your center too far forward. You moved it out in front of that left leg. You move it back. And nice and smooth as we transition back to warrior two. You take your breath, set it up. And exhale, hands to the floor. Down dog or vinyasa. Exhale, right foot forward. Warrior two. Then we're going into side angle. So you reach forward. Elbow to thigh or hand to the floor. That left bicep goes long next to your left ear. If you want to wrap it for your bind, feel free. Catching the inner thigh or catching hands. But you keep the torso and the crown of the head extending forward. There's always that tendency as we start to wrap with that top arm, trying to reach back. We start to wrap the body back, trying to help us get that arm further. But you want to keep the torso forward. A nice rolling open across the collarbone. A nice long spine, breathing into the upper chest. Now on exhale, hands to the floor inside your right foot. And you step that left foot forward outside your left ear, coming into a squat. We're going to be here for a few breaths. So if it bothers your hips or your knees, you can always sit yourself down. And then from wherever you are, we're going to straighten that right arm out, putting that right hand on the floor, keeping the right knee behind the right tricep, so that you can push that right arm into your inner right knee as that left arm sweeps open. Coming into your squat twist. If you want to wrap that top arm and wrap that right elbow around that right shin for your bind, feel free. Touching hands outside the right hip. And on inhale, you come back to center. Crow pose. If you know it, you can go right into it. Otherwise, keep it simple, one step at a time. Fingers spread wide. Palms flat on the floor, about shoulder distance. Then your hips lift, so that as your knees bend, they touch your triceps. And from here, all you have to do is start to lean forward. Rather than going down with the body, go forward with the torso, the shoulders, the chest, leaning out front. And you'll feel that tipping point where your toes get light, your hands get heavy. Letting you know that you've moved your center from over your feet to over your hands. You take one more breath. And you can float or step the feet back. Down dog or vinyasa. And exhale, left foot forward. Warrior two. You reach forward, side angle. Elbow to thigh, her hand to the floor, and that right arm starts long. You want to bind it, feel free. Catching the inner thigh or catching hands. Keep that long line of the torso. And on an exhale, hands to the floor inside the left foot. That right heel peels, and you step the right foot forward, coming to no squat. Staying up top on your feet, or just sitting yourself down. And no matter what position you took, we all straighten that left arm out. Left knee stays behind that left upper arm as that right arm reaches up and away. And if you want to bind, you wrap that left elbow around that left shin, right arm around your back, catching hands. Try and lift the sternum, the center of your chest. Picking the body up as you twist, rather than scrunching down into it. And inhale back to center. Crow pose once again. So fingers spread wide, palms flat, hips lift, knees bend, touching those triceps. Nice and smooth. You feel that tipping point. If you find yourself in a position where you feel like you have to hop those feet, that means is that you haven't moved far enough forward. So you shift further out over those hands, just a touch. Slow, steady. So you feel that tipping point. So those toes can float up on you. Find your way to down dog. Inhale the right leg. And exhale, step the foot forward. Warrior one. And straighten out that right leg. We're going to sweep the arms behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Nice and broad. As you exhale, folding forward. Pyramid pose. The head hangs. That right foot firmly presses into the mat. And on your next inhale, you rise back up. You relax your arms, setting up for revolve triangle. Right hand's at the right hip, left arm reaches up, and exhale, you fold forward, about halfway, and you rotate. Left hand lands down on that right shin, right foot over the floor outside the right foot, as that right arm then reaches up. Be light with that bottom hand. That left hand is just going along for the ride. Let you know where the leg, the foot, or the floor is. But your weight is based in your legs. A firm stance, grounding down to the feet, allowing the torso to then extend forward, rather than feeling like it's anchored into that left shoulder. And on inhale, you rise back up, bring your hands to your heart. And you're going to take one big step to draw that left knee out front, standing tall on your right leg. From here, we're making our way into campus pose. So that left knee opens up. The left ankle is just above your right knee, making a figure four. You can stay right here, or you start to bend into that right knee, sitting your hips down. You can take the arms up overhead, challenging your balance. You can fold into that into that left shin. Giving a nice stretch to the outer left hip. Or you start thinking about your tiptoe balance. You start to shift your weight forward out in front of you a bit. You can bring those hands to the ground to help out. But as you roll your weight forward, that right heel starts to lift up. Then you sit your hips down onto that right heel. Bring one hand to your heart, eventually the other hand back up to your heart. Balancing on the ball of that right foot. And no matter which option you chose, on your next exhale, you simply find yourself standing up, Tadasana. You relax your arms, you close your eyes, you breathe. Then hands to your heart. Inhale, you take the arms up. Exhale, you fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, you plant the hands. Float or step back. Down dog or vinyasa. Then inhale, the left leg lifts. And exhale, you step the foot forward. Warrior one. When straightening out that left leg, you sweep the arms behind your back. Interlace the fingers. Draw on that collarbone. And exhale as you fold forward for pyramid. And inhale as you rise up. You relax your arms. Left hand to left hip. Right arm reaches up. And you reach forward. Working in the revolved triangle. That right hand comes down. That left arm reaches up. Nice full breath across the collarbone as you work that twist. A nice rotation of the torso. A nice strong stance through both legs. Nice and smooth, rising back up. Bringing the hands to your heart. And you just step that right leg forward, floating that right knee. When the right knee turns out, the ankle's just above that left knee, setting up for campers. You start here. Maybe you bend into that left knee, sitting your hips. Maybe you take those arms up overhead. Maybe you fold into that right shin. Or maybe you start to shift your weight forward so that left heel can lift up as you work to sit your hips down. Coming to balance on the ball of that foot. The key to the tiptoe balance is two things. One is getting this right knee low. That helps spread your balance out. And 2, it's just practice. Learning how to control that left ankle. Because it's going to feel slippery. It's going to be rolling around. And so the more you're able to stabilize that ankle, building the strength around it, that's how you start to find that stability here. One more breath. And again, with control from wherever you are, you just find yourself back in Tadasana. Inhale the arms up and exhale, fold forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Float or step. And exhale, you lower the forearms to the floor. Dolphin. The palms are flat, fingers spread wide. The head hangs. You can hold steady. You can take your dive sliding forward and sliding back. About 5 breaths. Two more breaths. And on the next exhale, you're pressing your palms to lift the elbows, down dog. Inhale, the left leg lifts. And exhale, draw that left knee forward for pigeon. The left knee touches down. The right leg slides back. You can stay upright for your pigeon variations, or you drape yourself forward over that left shin. And inhale, you rise up. We're going to rock over to that left hip and sweep that right leg out front. From here, we're going into half bound lotus forward fold. So you're going to take this right foot and put it on top of your that left foot. Put it on top of your right thigh. Now you're trying to draw that left foot high up towards that hip crease on your right thigh. This doesn't feel good for your knee or your hip. You can always just take this left foot and slide it down just above the right knee, like we did for camper's pose. If the foot's high up in half lotus, you think about taking that left arm around your back, trying to grab that left big toe. If you can't quite catch the big toe, you just hold onto that foot with your right hand, bring that right elbow back, and that left arm wraps around your back, trying to grab that right elbow. And no matter what you do with the legs, whether the foot's high or low, or you have the bind or not, when you're ready, you fold forward over that right leg. If you have that big toe bind, then you bring that left arm, or that right arm to them, catching your right foot. And inhale, you rise up. You untie yourself from wherever you are. You cross those ankles as you roll forward. Down dog or vinyasa. Then on exhale, lower those forearms once again. Dolphin. Holding steady, trying to open the line of the underarm or working those dives. Sliding forward on inhale, pressing back on exhale. Last breath. Exhale, push into the palms, lift the elbows. Then inhale the right leg, and you draw that right knee forward for pigeon. The left leg slides back. You stay upright, or you drape yourself forward. Inhale, rising up, and rocking over to that right hip. That left leg sweeps out in front. And again, you take that right foot and you choose either putting the ankle just above that left knee and you fold forward, or you put that right foot high up on that left thigh, trying to get as close to that hip crease as you can. And if the foot's high up, that right arm comes around your back, and you either catch hold of the big toe, or just hold that foot with that left hand, bring that left arm back, and catch hold of that left elbow with your right hand. And when you're ready, you fold forward over that left leg. And inhale, you rise up. You untie yourself. You cross the ankles. And you roll forward. On your wrap to down dog. And a gentle bend in the knees. You look forward of your hands. And inhale, you float or step to sitting. Your hips are down. Your legs come through. Paschimottanasana. The arms reach up. And exhale as you fold forward. You catch hold of whatever you got. Bow the head, close the eyes. And then inhale as you reach out, rising up. You sweep the arms around in front. And on exhale, you lower yourself down onto your back. Come to lie flat. Once down, the knees bend. The arms alongside the body for bridge, or hands above the shoulders for upward facing dog. And on your next inhale, you push down into your feet, lifting as much of you up off the floor as you want to lift. Opening that front line. And exhale, relax. Nice full breath. And inhale, push down to go up once again. And exhale, relax. Third and final one. On an inhale, You press down to your bridge or upward facing bone. And exhale, you release. Once the hips come down, the knees come into your chest. Wrapping your arms around your shins, a nice tight squeeze. Then you take the arms alongside the body. The legs go straight up. You can hang out there or shoulder stand. Toes towards the floor beyond your head. The hips lift. Hands are against the low back as the legs go up. A few more breaths if you want any variation. And back to center. Toes toward the floor beyond your head for plow. Hips are high, low back's open. Release the hands, fingers point forward. And nice and smooth. You unravel. Come to lie flat on your back. The legs are straight, the arms alongside the body, preparing for fish. You press down into your hands and elbows. Lift the head and torso. Arc the spine. Roll the shoulders back as you release the crown of the head towards the floor. And on an exhale, you lower down. You draw your knees into your chest. Nice tight squeeze. And take the arms into cactus arms, elbows bent 90 degrees as you release the knees over to the left. Back to center. And over to the right. Back to center. On exhale, you extend the legs, Shavasana. Slowly begin taking deeper inhales, more active exhales. Gently waking the body back up. You start to wiggle the fingers and toes. You roll the wrists and ankles, arms and legs. Then turn the palms flat down onto the ground, gripping the floor as you inhale, grounding yourself. And exhale, you draw your knees into your chest, you wrap your arms around your shins. Then you rock over to your right side. You rest there for a moment and see the full potential. And when you're ready on inhale, you slowly rise up to sitting. You come into a comfortable seated posture. The spine is tall, shoulders are back. Chest is lifted, heart is open. The back of the neck is long and the eyes remain closed. Then palms together at heart center, thanking yourself and each other for being here. Clear mind, peaceful mind. Peaceful speech, loving speech. Loving heart, clear heart. Namaste. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you have a great week, have a great holiday, and I will see you next time.